Well, hello YouTube. Just doing a little test of Shadowplay at the moment. Just doing some desktop recordings and stuff. Anyway, this was the last video that I captured on here. So yeah, this is pretty much my new 4K desktop. My new 4K desktop, well, my new 4K monitor. Which, to be honest, it reacts very nicely. I've got two different matching. Well, I got pretty much matching monitors anyway. I've got a Samsung 1080p TV monitor, and then I've got this, obviously my 4K monitor. Runs at 60 hertz, which I'm running it on DisplayPort at the moment. I'm also getting a new graphics card as well, very shortly. I'm getting the 770. Yeah, no, I mean, to be honest, it's freaking excellent. So far, I've had no big issues. Had no big issues with 4K monitor in the sense of getting a performance I want out of things. I'm finding Shadowplay is now a spectacular go-to thing for recording games. And there's a lot of handy features in it, it seems. If you actually look at it. As you can see, there's indicators, there's camera, you can actually put there's a camera option, which, to be honest, there's not even a camera option with Bandicam, to be truthful. Which is fantastic. I'm quite impressed with that. Yeah, no, I am. I'm quite impressed. So yeah, oh, you me. Sorry, just tired at the moment. But I just thought I'd point this out. I mean, seems to be recording very nicely. Haven't had any major problems with it. My desktop looks pretty good. I got a heap of desktop real estate in combination of that. My other stuff there. What else? My temperature. My temperature's not too bad at the moment. So pretty reasonable, in considering that I'm actually doing a capture at the moment, which there's not that much overhead spanning on top of it, so it's quite handy for that. Close that. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed with it. Anyway, I thought I'd show you. I mean, I don't know whether I initially showed people the software that you actually use for your Elgato, or I don't know whether I went into it too extensively. But I mean, I do love the capture software that you use for your Elgato. Elgato's not a bad little capture device, to be honest. You can capture Xbox One on this if you want to as well. As you can see, it's got the NVIDIA frame rate there. That's just me looking around my Xbox a little bit. But yeah, the actual software is fantastic. You can have the option to add in audio if you choose. You can go on Twitch. You can go on Twitch TV if you choose to. And I think then, thanks to fucking Australia's crappy upload, I can't really do much with Twitch. Unfortunately, I wish I could. That would be great. Then I could play a game and put it up on upload it online. That would be fucking spectacular. I can do being able to upload problems and captures and stuff like that from here, using this tagging system and this YouTube system here. Yeah, so I've got a YouTube account, I've got a Twitch account, so not that I've ever actually used them, because I can't really use them where my upload and downloading combinations are at the moment. I want to make the reduced game sound volumes. I mean, to be honest, the Elgato is an excellent fucking device. You can pick up HDMI, PlayStation 3, iPad, iPhone, iPad Touch, Wii U, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PlayStation 3. You know, a combination of different devices you can pick, basically. HD 1080p. You can also expand it, or if you want different profiles and stuff. I mean, basically for what you get in that. I mean, there's going to be the editing part, which I haven't really mucked around with the editing part as much. I mean, I can muck around with the editing a little bit here, I guess. It's more a case of chop and change and take things out if I choose to. I prefer to use my own editing program, which I use. The editing program that I end up using most of the time is this, which is devices. One. Oh, what a heat capture! Oh, that's right, heat capture. That's right. Ah, and you'll see me. Um, so this is my own editing software which I use, which is up until I've noticed my editing has become a bit more streamlined and smoother since I started using since I got my new SSD, which I got my new SSD a while back, which yesterday, day before. The new SSD I got, which is 500 gigabytes, is a Samsung drive, which is pretty cool. Cloned everything over onto this drive, and yeah, everything's running quite nicely and where it should be and all that and stuff like that. So my video editing has become a lot more streamlined and has become a lot more easier to do. But yeah, this got a whole heap of options. Anyway, you can push this onto your whatever device you want to push it back onto. So yeah, no, I mean, look, it's spectacular. It's pretty cool. I'm just, I don't know, just a moment. I'm just playing. What am I playing? Oh, sorry, I'm just playing a bit of GTA 5. Which is working quite nicely, doing quite a good job. But yeah, that's the basic type of everything. Well, I mean, this is a good program, and I mean, and generally speaking, the software for the Elgato is extremely fucking good. If you want good software in the sense of the way the software is designed, the way it works, streamlined, how smooth it is, things like that. Also, this software is not too bad either in the sense of being able to use this for editing and stuff like that. Add your title tracks, do commentaries, things of that nature. What else? Okay, well, basic programs. I mean, I use Trillion, that everybody knows. That's my chat service. I got it linked up to Twitter, Facebook, and Yahoo. Then I got Skype, which is standalone. Then I got ESET Smart Security, which got a firewall and everything else built into it. Then I've got Dersha, Steam, Origin, other programs. Oh, this as well, which is like this is my VPN, virtual private network, which is good for like just if you want to keep your internet activities in the privacy sense of NSA and things like that, just have your connection encrypted. I mean, if you're a person who values your privacy per se, that's not too bad. Then here I've got, as you can see, I've got anti-malware bytes, which is a pretty cool program, by the way. Pretty handy. What else? I can just get it up. There we go. Then we got this client. This is a virtual workstation program. You can open Ubuntu, Windows 7, which I recommend if you're going to get it. This is about $200 per the actual cost of it. It's VMware workstation. It's pretty cool. Windows XP Professional. I've got Windows XP Professional, Windows 7, and Ubuntu on there. So it's just basically to muck around and just do stuff on. Qubit torrent if you do a little bit of torrenting. What else? Steam, Power ISO, which is not a bad program. Just open up. Yeah, I'll open it up. Power ISO, basically you'll be able to get ISO images and be able to make them, create virtual ISO images and stuff like that, and do virtual disks and stuff of that nature. And it's not that much. I think it's like $13 or something. It's not that much money to actually pay for it. Then what else have I got? What's about it? IMVU, which is my chat program. My avatar, as you can see. Which, yeah, that's my spaced out fucking avatar. But yeah. What else? And I got the Magician program, which is like basically designed for your Samsung solid state drive or SSD. to be able to monitor it and just, you know, make sure everything's working with it and performance and things of that nature. So yeah. What else? I mean, there's always the major programs that I always use, which these are all my major ones. I got PC Mark 8, which is for benchmarking and everything else. PC PlayClaw, which I sort of started using, but I mean, to be honest, I've found Shadowplay, because I've got a Series 6 card, is much better by comparison anyway. I'll probably still keep the program around just in case I want to use it for a specific purpose, and I mean, I still need those programs. I might use Fraps, or I might end up using PlayClaw or Bandicam in case I want to do certain tutorial things and I want to be on the screen at the time when I'm doing it. But it all depends. I mean, depends on how far Shadowplay gets with things. What else? Got Tronus. It's got a Cronus, or True Image 2013. This is last year's version, but it's still good. It's not bad actually. It's let me just open it up. No, there we go. Anyway, this has got a combination thing. It's got clone disk, system cleanup. It's got, you know, a heap of recovery tools and things like that, being able to back your hard drive up. Also got on like cloud synchronization. If I have to subscribe, obviously, if I want to actually get that cloud synchronization. I'm not subscribed at the moment. There's a backup on my main drive or some of my backups. Probably remove that one because that's no longer there. Setting only. Okay. So that's an old backup, which I did on my main drive. So that's pretty much, that's just a backup that I did a while back of my main drive. Then, I mean, you got all the old information in Cronus Cloud, backup recovery, backup cloud, backup to cloud, backup system, recover data, you know, things like that. I mean, look, to be honest, Cronus isn't a bad recovery tool, and it seems to work. I haven't had any problems with the 2013 version working so far. Roxio Easy VHS to DVD 3, which is a capture program which does VHS. I have a VHS player underneath, which hooks in by a USB connector via basic, you know, yellow, white, and red plug. So I've got that down there if I want to capture VHS tapes. Open Broadcaster, which is something I just started mucking around with. PC Mark 8, which has got a heap of benchmarks. DVD Fab, which is for ripping Blu-rays, DVDs, things like that. ComView, which is an analyst program which has been able to see IP addresses, register stuff going in and out, and basically analyze your connection to see what's going in and out and what's coming in combination of. What else? Core Temp, CPU ID or CPU Z, which is cool. CC Cleaner, fantastic program by the way. Core Temp, which is fantastic for temperatures. CPU ID hardware monitor, that's for temperatures as well. Dersha data migration. eBay TurboLister 2, which I haven't really used that because I haven't had a lot of. I've only listed one or two things on eBay. What else? Morphvox Pro, which is like a voice changer, which I muck around with it because I can have so much fun with it. Mr. or what is it? Mr. Let's see. Media Player Classic. What else? Yeah, that's my Media Player Classic is part of the Codex packs anyway. View Image Burn, which is a good little burning program to be able to make images of CDs and stuff. Handbrake, which is a plastic compression encoding program. Google Chrome, yeah, another combination. Mozilla Backup, which I don't really use anymore because I don't really use Mozilla. I use Chrome more now than anything else. As you can see, I've got the Auto Director. Then I've got CyberLink Power Director 12, which is a good program by the way. I don't have any issues. And Adia 64 Extreme. This is a good program for benchmarking tests. It's got a shitload of stuff. I mean, I thought it was worth the investment to actually go and buy a copy to sort of see what it was like. I mean, I tried it out originally on a trial, but it's got a heap of benchmark shit, basically, like anything in the sense of benchmarks and stuff of that nature. You can pretty much do a whole load of stuff. You can see motherboard specs. You can see it down to everything: DirectX versions, benchmarks, stability tests, security checks, databases, server display, multimedia drivers, physical locations of hardware, motherboard model numbers, speeds. Yeah, it gives you a whole range of different things you can do, basically. Yeah, it's a fantastic program, and I would totally recommend it if you're going to invest something in something for tech tool stuff. What else? Adobe Adobe Reader or Adobe Acrobat Reader. Acrobat Reader is pretty cool. PDF Reader is pretty cool. 3D Mark, which I got that in Steam. It's a 3D. It does 3D Mark tests and everything else in benchmarks. So that's pretty cool. What else? I do have 3D. I did have 3D Mark 11, but I don't know whether I installed it or whether it's just somewhere around here. I don't know. I did have it installed, but I don't know. I didn't see the point to having it. Or maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe I just uninstalled because I didn't need it. But anyway, I've got 3D Mark, which is pretty much just game testing and getting tests of your gaming graphics pretty much, and gives you a nice score and things like that. Be able to rate your computer. Give 2, which is a good photo editing program. Also, there's other ones as well, which is Paint.net. That's another fantastic one as well. OpenOffice. I don't think I actually have Office installed on here. I have OpenOffice, but that's about it. Most of the time I just use OpenOffice percentage of the time. What else? Okay, so yeah, it's got a shitload of stuff. It's got GPU benchmarks, cache and memory benchmarks, disk benchmarks, monitor diagnostics, system stability, ADIA CPU ID. I mean, it's got a shitload of information you can get about certain pieces of hardware in your computer. Tells you what it does, how it works, how much RAM you've got, how much you've got of this, how much you've got of that, the reversion of your motherboard. So yeah, it's pretty cool actually, to be honest. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So what else? I think those have been the main programs that I use. I also use TeamViewer if I want to help somebody remotely, a friend or whatever. Which I use the free version. Just to if I need to help friends out or something like that, or something of that nature. But yeah, that's not too bad. TeamViewer is pretty cool. Sound editor, Skype. Well, Skype's pretty common anyway these days. QuickTime Player, VLC Media Player, which is just something common I keep around, and just in case I need it. Fraps, and then I got my Game Capture HD, which is from my Elgato. But yeah, those are pretty much the programs that I use. I was also HTC Sync Manager for my phone. Not that I have to have that on all the time, but I do have to have it on sometimes. But yeah, those are pretty much the programs that I tend to use. I honestly think that's about it. Honestly, that's about it in the sense of programs that I use regularly. But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much all it is. But yeah. Anyway, I sort of just do this little video to sort of give you a presentation of some of the software I use and some of the software I've also updated and some of the software I've recently bought to do different things I need to do. But yeah, no, that's all cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I mean, I have a lot of background processes sometimes, but I mean, at the same time, my computer still runs pretty fine with them in the background anyway. So I've found a counterbalance of balancing everything out correctly, basically. So, which is the plus side. Anyway, I'm going to leave that for now. I'm just going to leave it for now, and thank you very much, YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this little Shadowplay test combination desktop video and software video.